Thank you so much for joining us on our little chat today. We want to make sure that you get to know the agents who are at the center of RE/MAX Centre Realty. And although all of our agents are game changers and industry leaders, we wanted to make sure that you touched base with Greg Copenhaver today. And Greg especially is very involved in the central Pennsylvania community. Again, one of those industry leaders and game changers as well. So welcome, Greg. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me, Kate. I appreciate it. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. So Greg, how long have you been a part of this community?
Well, so I grew up not far from here, just outside of Centre County in a little town called Osceola Mills. So pretty much all of my life. I've been in State College for almost 40 years, so quite a while in Centre County. Been involved in real estate for 35, so quite a while.
Awesome. I must say, Greg, so I adopted my first dog from a shelter, and they told me they found him on the streets of Osceola Mills. So good things come from Osceola.
That is so true. I can't even tell you how true that is. I mean, everybody wants to get there, even the dogs, right?
Absolutely. So he's still the love of my life, Greg. No offense.
That's a funny story. That's a great story.
Do you have any pets, Greg?
We don't right now. We don't have any pets right now. We've always been dog people. When I say we, my wife and I and our two kids, Mackenzie and Greg, and we've always had labs, chocolate labs. So
I love that.
Yeah, but unfortunately right now we're dogless. So
it's okay, but you are dog people. Good to know.
We are. We love dogs. Absolutely.
Very good. Yeah. How many times, Greg, do you think you and that beautiful family of yours have moved? I mean, moving is a project a little bit.
It is work. It is a project. It's stressful, but it's also pretty exciting. Lisa and I just moved in February, as a matter of fact, into our latest house. She and I have moved, oh boy, 4 times. I want to say 4 times in the last probably 28 years. And
wow.
If I go back 38 years, I've probably moved 12 times, quite a number. But it can be quite a stressful time moving, for sure.
Do you have any tips for anyone about moving? Does anything like really help you in those past times that you've moved?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hire a professional. Believe me, you know, carrying all that stuff, packing all that stuff, throwing it in a truck, taking it off the truck. That's even extra stressful. So, you know, there are some great moving companies out there in our area, and hire a professional. Let them do the hard work, for sure.
That is a great tip.
Best tip I can tell you. Saves on your back, for sure.
I believe that. It sounds like
you just moved too, right? Not long ago, so you know.
Yep, absolutely. So we moved about a year ago out to the country a little bit, which was nice. And we did have help. We did a lot of it ourselves, but we did have help. And hindsight now, I feel like we should have used them more. I don't know why we thought you touch that and we'll do this, but just do everything.
That's work. It's just work.
It is.
Let them do it. That's what they know.
So let's talk about something a little more fun, Greg. You are a sports lover. Should I say a sports addict? What's the right word?
I wouldn't say addict. I would say a sports fan.
Fan.
Yeah. I like all kinds of sports. Always have. I've been involved in baseball, as you know, for most of my life in one way or another. Player, coach, fan, you know, teacher, that whole thing. And I just love baseball. I don't know that I have a specific favorite team now that my son and daughter are both, you know, retired from playing ball. They both played.
Can you do that? Can you not have a favorite team?
You can. You can just love a sport and love to watch baseball. I just love it. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy football. Tonight's the first football game of 2020, right? So that's tonight. Was involved with football for quite a while in youth sports, as you know, and that was just a lot of fun. It's just a great time watching the kids grow and learn the game.
Thank you for doing that, Greg. I'm sure you might have had to deal with some people like me who maybe weren't the best at it, but hence why we need a coach, right? That's why we need you.
That's right. No, everybody struggles through it. We all did, but it's just fun learning and teaching and being with the kids, for sure.
So Greg, I'm going to test you now as a coach. I mean, if I had to throw a curveball, what signal would you be sending me? What should I be looking for?
If you're on the mound and I want you to throw a curveball, and I'm going to look at your catcher, and I'm going to give that catcher a sign, and we're going to have you throw that curveball, and you're going to be all set right there, and he's going to give you that sign.
Okay.
Or she,
right?
Oh,
gosh. See, I didn't even have it right. So you give the sign to the catcher.
Yeah.
Still learning every day, Greg.
Every day we always learn. Every day we learn, right? We all learn.
Every day. I love it.
You've been great at learning your pitch calls, so I appreciate that.
Did I just do that well? Okay,
You've
good.
been humoring me and doing a great job, so I would hire you in a minute.
I must say, I never understood the position of catcher, where it was like you're kneeling down, you have to be in pain at some point in time, and balls are being thrown at you, like
really hard.
Oh my word! Like
really hard. And my daughter was a catcher for a long
I didn't realize
time.
that.
She was a softball catcher for a long time, and so she really enjoyed it. But it's hard on your knees for sure. But you're the general out there in the field. You get to run the show, so
that's awesome.
So that's a pretty cool thing.
That is awesome, Greg.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that you give everyone tips on the field. Do you mind if we wrap it up a little bit with a real estate tip, if you don't mind?
Of course, of course. As you know, I've been in the business here at State College for 35 years, and I feel like the best tip I can give buyers and sellers out there, again, is hire a professional that you feel comfortable with. Hire someone that you feel you can work with, you can trust, someone who's going to give you good advice, someone that you just feel comfortable spending that time with, because you can spend a lot of time with your realtor. You can spend 45 days if you're fortunate to find that house right away, or you can spend 2 years sometimes. It's a real process, but it's a stressful process, and there's a lot of moving parts. So to be able to hire a professional who I think, again, I think it's very important to hire someone that you're comfortable with and you feel like you can trust and talk to and confide in and have them do the job for you. That's the biggest advice I can give anyone that's out there looking right now.
That's helpful. And I feel like you bookended it well. I mean, we started with moving and hire a professional to help you with that. And there are many different professions out there that we all turn to on a regular basis, and trying to find the right house and negotiate it and get through all those moving parts is definitely something you need someone for. So I appreciate that tip, and I'm sure everyone else does as well.
Absolutely. Yep. That's great stuff. Somebody told me one time, it's, you can try to put it all together yourself, but sometimes it's just not worth that extra stress and time, and people don't know that they don't know sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to have that pro step in and give you that extra advice.
Definitely. Well, thank you, Greg. I appreciate your time and always appreciate you continuing to be a part of the community. So thank you again, and have a great rest of your day.
Thanks for the time, Kate. I appreciate it.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.